Okay, so I take my coffee very serious because I start my day each and every day with a cup of coffee. So I want to do it the right way so I get a good start to my day. And I use my Brita filter to filter my water. I'm just going to fill this pot up right now to the max line. I'm not going to use all the water. And I'm going to set my coffee pot to about 200 degrees. While the water's heating, let's measure out the coffee. Okay, so I'm going to zero the scale. I have this set to grams. And here we got the Avoca coffee. This is from Avoca Coffee Roasters, a local roaster here in Fort Worth. I love this coffee place, and I love this coffee. This is their Misty Valley. It's a naturally processed coffee, which means that they take the coffee cherries, they lay them on beds, raised beds, and they let them dry in the sun. Instead of washing the pulp away, they let the pulp dry on the coffee seed. And this gives the coffee a more fruity flavor. And that's the coffee I prefer, especially when brewing with the CHEMEX, like we're going to be brewing today. We're going to measure out 28 grams of coffee seeds. Okay, so we're still waiting for the water to heat, but let's go ahead and grind our coffee. Now this is the Encore Baretza burr coffee grinder. So it's a burr grinder, so you get really consistent grounds. We want all of our grounds to be the same shape. That's why we use a burr grinder instead of a blade grinder that just breaks all the coffee grinds in little pieces, different shapes and sizes. That way we get a nice even extraction of the coffee, okay? The setting is 18 here. I found this setting to work really good with the CHEMEX coffee system. It doesn't over extract or under extract. All right, so we're going to use the CHEMEX filter. It's a big piece of square paper filter. It's folded 2 times into a smaller square. We're going to open it up by grabbing one side that's one layer, and this other side is going to be 3 layers. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put the 3-layer side toward the spout on the CHEMEX. What that does, if you did it the other way, then you wouldn't have as much support, and your water would end up causing the paper filter to collapse into the spout and block off the vent, so you wouldn't get a good even flow of water through your coffee grinds. So we're going to do it the opposite direction with the 3-layered side towards the spout so it doesn't collapse into the spout. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off my scales here. And we'll put my CHEMEX on the scales with the filter. Wetting the filter is going to wash away the paper taste. It's also going to cause the filter to stick better to the glass. Okay, water's ready. I'm going to wet the filter. I start on the single layered side to get that one adhered to the glass really well. Then I go over to the 3-layered side and wet that. Okay, so I'm gonna let it flow through the filters, cut to rinse it. I'm actually gonna use a stopwatch when I do this. Now I'm gonna take the water that I used to rinse the filter, and I'm gonna swirl it around in the CHEMEX, and I'm gonna use that hot water to heat the glass up. And then I'm going to also rinse my CHEMEX because I already brewed 1 cup of coffee with this morning. Add the coffee. Now here, I want a nice level bed of coffee. So I'm gonna try to shake that around to level it out. It's pretty good there. Now I'm gonna turn on the scale. And what that does is it zeroes out the scale with everything on here. So I got the CHEMEX, the filter, and the coffee, but my scale says 0. So now I'm only measuring water. So what I want to do here is a 16:1 ratio. So I got 28 grams of coffee. So for every gram of coffee, I want 16 grams of water. So multiply 28 by 16 and we get 448. That's the total water. But what I want to do now is I want to start with my bloom. What the bloom is going to do is going to help release the CO2 from the coffee. And it helps it to extract better. So let's start the bloom. We're gonna do a bloom of about 70 grams of water. So I want to start the timer as I start to pour, and I want to pour very slow for about 20 seconds. And I'm trying to get it even as I can. And we're about 20 seconds there. We're about 60 grams of water, so that's good. Anywhere from 50 to 75 is good for the bloom. So we see the bubbles. We're releasing the CO2 from the coffee right now, from the roast. And we have some coffee pouring through into that beautiful coffee. And I'm gonna do the bloom until about 45 seconds, and then I'm going to start pouring again. You want to go slow, be patient, and spread the water evenly across the coffee grinds. Go in a circular motion. Switch directions from time to time. Go from the center to the outside, back to the center. Okay, so we're about 232 grams of water. I want to stop the pour, and I want to shake this bed. What I'm trying to do here is prevent the coffee from channeling up the filter. I'm using this method to knock the grounds down to the bottom of the filter. So I'm going to start pouring again. Remember, I'm going all the way to 448 grams of water here. And I'm still going in a circular motion. I want to finish out in the center. And a very slow pour. Here we are. We're going a little over 452 grams of water. That's not too bad. I'm going to give it one last shake to kind of knock those grinds down into the filter. Look at that beautiful coffee. That's what I love about the CHEMEX, is the aesthetics. You can watch the coffee brew, enjoy the nice colors. So we want our brew time to be anywhere from 3.5 to 4 minutes. If you get a little bit over, then you may need to pour a little faster, or most likely you need to have a little bit of a coarser grind. If you get under that, then you may want to pour a little bit slower, or maybe a finer. So I had to adjust those two variables to get my coffee where I wanted. This coffee here is finishing just a little over 4 minutes. Not too bad. Four minutes and 17 seconds, and we're done. We got a nice level coffee bed. That's how you know you did a good pour. Don't have a lot of peels in there. So we can pull this out and dispose of it. We got some good coffee. Look at the nice color. We're gonna pour a cup and give it a taste test. Now that's a good cup of coffee.